Hello friends, welcome to the old bank building. Glad you're here. I'm going to continue the project of running the new water line from the meter at the street into the building today. So I've been cleaning up a little bit in preparation for this contractor we've hired to come in and just make a couple of cuts. He's got a saw and it's just more affordable, and logistically it makes more sense to have a contractor do this part instead of going and renting a tool and coming back and then driving back to return it. So we're going to cut out about a 1.5 by 2 foot section of concrete, dig down the same depth as the outside on the other side of the foundation where you saw in the last video. I'll recap all this in just a minute, but to find out where we're going to make that cut, I've got to do some measurements. I'll show you that part, and then we'll get into some other stuff with this water project today too. Really glad you're here. Here's our tools of the day, plus some safety gear. I got my gloves and safety goggles. But we're going to start with this 6 foot level and the framing square and the tape measure. And now we're going to measure from the straight edge all the way down to the middle of our trench and make a mark on the inside to the same measurement. That's good. We're going to avoid the old fireplace area where we're going to trench this. I hope. I don't want to interfere with any of this. I want to try to keep all the original features of the building like they are. You know, we're going to clean up the brick. I don't think we're going to plaster over a lot of this. Sarah especially loves this look of the old style brick, and I do too. I think it's really nice. And I think we found a way that we can clean this up really nice and seal it so we can preserve at least what it looks like. And then if in the future we wanted to plaster over this, cool, we will. But up close, once we scrape off some of the existing plaster that's just left on the bricks, I think it's gonna look pretty good. That is not today's project, my friends. I get sidetracked very easily. You know, I find that about 75% of each job is planning, getting materials, measuring things out, and about 25% of the job is actually doing the job, that the customer sees, that the work is actually being done doing the physical work. You know, I've spent a lot of time planning this out, thinking of what the heck I'm going to do, and this is the best way that I know how to do it. Google, YouTube, thanks a lot. Friends, and especially viewers who have left lots of great comments and suggestions on not just this part of the project, but everything that we've recorded so far. It's been really nice to have a lot of knowledgeable people chiming in. I get a lot of opinions on things. I like it though. I like it. Good and bad. Friends, when you're using a tape measure, here's just a tip. Don't let it slam in, because you'll extend the life of your tape measure by a very, very long time. I've kept tape measures for upwards of 5-10 years, using them a lot. I keep a couple around, but I've had a really solid one that I've used for a long time, and just I've kept it because I take care of it. You know? Another tip is, if you have a broom around, well, put it with the bristles up. Don't put it like this. That's how you ruin your brooms. If you want to keep a broom and not have to go to the store and buy another one every year or two, well, just set them just like that. And you'll have it for maybe forever. I've had that for about 15 years. Yeah, we don't want to encroach too much on the surface area next to the fireplace here. I want to give that some space to live comfortably. So we're going to cut just a little bit over here, knowing that this is the center of the trench. We're just going to cut about 3 inches out from the edge, and then just to give myself enough room to get a shovel in here and dirt out, I'm going to eyeball it and say, looks about 16 inches, maybe 18 from there to there. That's it. I want to get as far back to the wall as I possibly can. There's our hole, our future hole. I'm at a stopping point. I'm waiting on this contractor to show up now. He says he'll be here sometime around noon. So, well, I'm just waiting. I got all the tools out for that part of the project for just getting the hole dug, and I've got the plumbing stuff ready to go. My pipe wrenches and what I think is the right parts. So we're just we're waiting. I'm out here just checking things out, and I thought, man, looks like more dirt is out of there. And sure enough, a little toad has made it his home. Hey Toad, don't jump out and scare me now. I know your tendency to do that. Just sleep it away. You're gonna lose that home pretty soon, buddy. We'll replace you though. We got all kinds of critters around here. A lot of cats, a lot of kitty cats roaming around in the alley. I like a good alley cat. They're usually friendly. A couple dogs, street dogs. Nice yellow dog that comes around every now and again. A lot of toads. Saw a frog on the window the other day. A lot of nature around. Just gonna come over and check out, see what's going on. Dropped over, visited for a while. Met a couple new people I haven't met before. They're making hot dogs and hamburgers at noon. Again, they've been doing this all week. Titan Farms is a huge peach farm company here in town. They donated a whole bunch of food. I think somebody else donated food today. Got some volunteers coming in to help serve. We were having a good time just hanging out over here, talking to the locals. Feeling more local every day. I really do like living around here. People are so cool. It's just a different vibe. It's been a couple hours. Seems like I got a little more time to kill, so just gonna start chipping away at this wall here, getting some of this debris gone. Won't take long. It's looking pretty good. I think some of these joints will end up having to re-mortar, but some of these little gaps here, kind of like. I do want to put a little tiny plant or something in there, maybe a Matchbox car. I don't know. But there's a lot of cleaning up to do still. Got this whole wonky set of bricks here. I think it's cool looking. A little like Lord of the Rings like the Hobbit house maybe was built like that. I don't know. I like it.
I'll be all right. We might get that with a 7.
Yeah. Clean hole.
Clean hole. It's a little weird, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there may be some, I don't know.
1800s.
Yeah. Well, if you look outside, you can see a little toad living in it right now. But there's nothing underneath. The bricks look like they're kind of falling in. Well, the guys did a good job. Helped me out. For that concrete and to help drill the hole upstairs for what will be the new electric service, that was $250 to those contractors. I think it's worth it. It's more than what I want to pay, of course. I want to save all of the money, but stuff like this, when we don't have power and I have no way to cut that, it just puts you in a spot where you got to spend the money. So that's the way it goes. Now it's time for the fun part, digging the hole. Hopefully I can get to this by tomorrow morning and start getting the pipe done. All the prep work just takes so much time. Full bricks. It's a weird block to find under a foundation that's over 100 years old. It's like a pipe was in it or something. Which makes me think that maybe there was a remodel that happened at some point. It's hard to tell with some of this old concrete. It does look like maybe a new slab of concrete was installed here. Who knows? I like to wonder. Okay, that's it. It's about 3 feet deep. I think it's a little deeper than what we need to go, but not by much. I'm working on getting our friend out of here. He's a fat one. Gotta find a new home for you. Okay. I'm gonna take you over here somewhere. All right, go on your way, buddy. A little worn out from digging that hole. Let's see if we can make it to the inside. This spud bar is really paid off. It's probably one of my most used tools. One thing that's going to make this process a little bit easier is using this scrap piece. Well, it may not be scrap for a while. I might put this to use. I'm going to use this to dig a hole underneath. Just going to chop away. The spud bar, although very handy, is heavy. It weighs 25 or 30 pounds. This does not weigh that much. And I think I can get a good tunnel going here. I hope. Working in a pretty tight space here. Not that fun. Got to go through here about 2.5 feet. So the end of my pipe gets full of mud. I was taking the rake handle here, or the shovel handle, popping the mud out, and keep on tunneling. Well, that's it for me. I'm cashed out for the day. I'm gonna get back to it tomorrow. I'm worn out. I'll see you in just a few. Well, to you, it's just gonna be a few seconds. But it'll be tomorrow for me. Welcome back, friends. We're here in North Augusta. I'm making my rounds to supply houses. I'm here at Eastern Plumbing Supply. This place is awesome. I'll show you a little bit of the warehouse here. They have everything you can imagine. There's another location in Aiken. These guys are awesome here, by the way. Everyone here is so helpful. If you don't know what the heck's going on with plumbing, come here, ask questions. This is the best prices on stuff too. Even though, I kind of complain about the price of all these materials, but this is where you go to get the best prices. These supply houses, the orange store, the blue store, they don't have the best prices. This is where you go. Let me show you around this place. Huge warehouse. Look at that. Like your feet. 2 3/4 unions, copper.
1.5 inches 90, 1.5 inches male, 1.5 inches female. Or do you not need the female?
I don't need the female.
Think you need the female.
Yeah.
There's no one but a shop.
Unless you had a 1.5 inch copper male to a reducer of a 1 inch, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay, we're gonna fetch some parts here. This is the fun part. All the copper parts. Huge stuff. Here with Christian, walking around, fetching stuff, or he's fetching stuff. I'm just wandering. Wow. Wow. I love places like this where you can go into the back area, check it out with the employees. Check out this pipe. That's 6 inch and 8 inch pipe up there, or 4 inch up there and 6 inch. And we got some 2 inch. I sweated a lot of that at the beginning of this project. So much copper, just so much everything. That'd be a fun job. I'm here in their showroom, checking all the cool red tools over here, especially. But here's an example of why you would go to a supply house like this. This solder is about $50 when you go to the orange store or the blue store. The same roll, same brand, I think even. Here it's $30. So that's why I come here, because all this stuff can get really expensive. So if you're not sourcing places like this, you're wasting money. Check this out. You've seen shark bite fittings probably, but you haven't seen one this big. It's 2-inch. It's the biggest size they make, I think. You probably can special order bigger, but some good stuff. And here at Eastern, they'll give you a free Bible. They have some of their commitments on this thing. I flip through this sometimes. It's always really good business practices and the way they treat their customers and so on. But cool, you get a free Bible if you want. Next stop is the orange store. Come here way too much. I'm all done. Should have drove the Fantasy. Got a lot of stuff. Tight down though. Just barely fits. Friends, I just came to the Restore and got all this wire. That's amazing. And this copper. $165.
Mike.
That's big stuff. The Restore was just on the way. The one here in, where am I at? I'm in Augusta. It's awesome. It's full of great stuff. This probably has the best of items of all the Restores in the area. So cool. The people in here are great. Gave me even a better deal than what was listed on the wire because they looked like little different amounts, so they wanted to even them up. I saved so much. I bet I saved $500 here today. I can't believe it. It's awesome. I love the Restore. I love it. I know somebody out there was like, well, why don't you marry it? One of you said that under your breath. I know you did. I spent most of the afternoon driving around picking up parts and pieces. But once I got back, we were still able to get some stuff done. We ran some PEX lines for the water in the ceiling, which was going to be covered up with drywall. Okay. I wanted to have a nice 90-degree. And did some other preparation for the day ahead. Try to put it on.
You want me to?
Yeah. And evening came pretty quick. We just hung out, did some planning for the day and week ahead, and then played some dice.
1,000?
Then we watched the Bob Newhart show, like usual. Thanks for watching today, friends. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.